Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading. Sit back, relax and enjoy. Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. We are doing this week the 27th, I believe, the 27th of July through to the 2nd of August. Yeah, so the 27th of July, that's a Monday, through to Sunday, the 2nd of August. Okay, so what we're doing for the reading, what we're using this week for the reading, and you know guys that if you've been watching this channel for a while, we do we look at your general, we look at a general message from the universe, we look at we then look at your career for the week, and we look at your love for the week, and we also get spiritual guidance. So for the general reading this week, guys, we're going to use the This Might Hurt tarot deck. For your work reading this week, guys, we're going to use my favourite deck of all my decks, the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. This one I cut and trimmed. I've got about two other backup decks, but this one was meant to be a client deck, but I cut and trim it, and I use it for YouTube videos and to take the thumbnails as well for the week. Brilliant deck. And finally for love, we use the Dark Mansion Tarot, another one of my favourite decks as well. Fantastic. Spiritual guidance this week, guys, comes from the Chinese Fortune reading cards by Sharina Starr. Really accurate. These are amazing. We're also going to get spiritual guidance from Angel Answers card, the Oracle card by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. And finally, we look at getting spiritual guidance as well from the Law of Attraction card. So we're just looking at what you should be focusing on attracting in this week. And that's by, if I can read the names, Amy Zerner and Monte Faber. Okay guys, sit back, relax and please enjoy your video. Hi Aries, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading. We're going to look at the 27th through to the 27th of July, through to the 2nd of August. Okay, hi Aries, here is your reading. The general message for the 27th of July through to the 2nd of August. Let's have a look. The Empress. So whenever you see an Empress, sometimes it can mean that you're creating something, and whatever is next door to it, you're creating. So for example, if it was the Five of Swords next door to it, you may be creating friction. Or there may be, you know, because this is creation. So whatever it is, it's just like if you get a Two of Pentacles, it's doubling. So if you got a Two of Coins and an Ace of Coins, you could be doubling your money, that type of thing, right? So creating the Empress energy here, the Seven of Swords energy. I mean, the Seven of Swords is running away from that Empress. If you can see, he's running in the other direction. I think there's a need to avoid, and with the Empress energy, it's indulgence, okay? So I'm going to say that I feel that the message, the immediate thing that comes to me, Aries, on this reading is avoid indulging, because there are certain cards within the tarot that will tell you to, that will talk about indulgence. So cards like, for example, Empress, Three of Cups, Nine of Cups, Seven of Cups, they're all cards, and the Devil as well. They're all cards that talk about things like luxury or, you know, luxury items. This lady here, for example, she loves living in luxury. So when you get an Empress, the card can represent somebody's looks. You know, if you get a card like the Five of Swords and the Empress as well, it can be somebody who hates the way that they look, for example. That type of thing. If you get like a Moon in an Empress, maybe it could be something like somebody who fears, you know, beauty, for example. There's a weird illness that some people have where they're intimidated by beautiful people, that type of thing. So this is a card about beauty. It's a card about indulgence, luxury, nice foods. It doesn't, Empress, it's not like the Queen of Coins, which is healthy food. The Empress is naughty foods. So your cakes are with the Empress energy showing here, your pastas, your sauces, you know, all of those. Despite that she sits in a really lovely environment, of course, it's a lovely card, but she is somebody who, you're the Empress and Ten of Wands, that's somebody who's put weight on, for example, because she's quite rounded as it is. So this is, it's a nice card, but it also has the connotations of indulgence. And I feel with the Seven of Swords, there's a need to avoid indulgence here. the message is to avoid indulging. You could be indulging in anything. You could be indulging in buying luxury items, things that you don't need, you know, things that are irrelevant to your life, and, you know, flashy cars. It just doesn't mean that because you've got the money, Aries, you should do it. Yeah, I'm just getting these cards here just feel so strikingly like it's saying avoid indulging in the good stuff. The sun is the good stuff, the stuff that makes you happy, whatever that is. There's a need to avoid indulging in like the good stuff of that sun energy showing here. Now you've got the Two of Cups here, which is a card about engaging and relationships. Let's have a look. I feel that you need to and actually there's another thing to say here as well. I think a part of this reading could be, there's two ways that I'm going to explain this reading. And as I always say with the tarot, that you do readings, as a reader, you read what you see, all right? It's not about what books are telling you. Of course, when you're learning tarot, Aries, it's really important to read. I've got over 200 books, 200 decks. I have a lot of tarot material. At the moment, I'm moving house, so I'm, you know, now and again unboxing this, unboxing that now and again. You know, obviously, I'm running a business at the same time as I'm doing this, which I have no problem with doing. But, you know, I've accumulated a hell of a lot of tarot stuff, and I still read a lot of books concerning, you know, the tarot a lot. I love to read. But it's really important that once you've got that grounding, i.e. once you know what every single card means, then you can break those rules. I could read this two ways. What immediately strikes me is that this Seven of Swords is running off from that Empress. To me, this is avoiding something of beauty. It's avoiding indulgence. It's avoiding those things. So the message could be to avoid indulging, you know, in the good stuff. The sun is the good stuff. It's the stuff that makes you feel good. Maybe there's a need for you to engage in things that are more sort of internal, because the Queen of Cups is not necessarily about the good stuff, but it's more to indulge in something that's more insightful, because that's what the Queen of Cups is. She goes inward to find answers. She's somebody who's very spiritual, somebody who's very psychic. You know, she's looking for the answers within and not without. And sometimes when you get Empresses and things like that, and the Nine of Cups and the Three of Cups, they're beautiful cards, but they are cards that could represent that sometimes we're looking for the answers outside of ourselves. Sometimes we're looking for a pair of shoes to make us feel better, or sometimes we're looking for, you know, a pair of shoes to make you feel better, or you're looking for, a nice hoodie or a nice pair of sneakers or trainers to make you feel a sense of worth, those types of things, so she goes within. The Empress is pretty much a card that talks about the outside. It is a card about nurturing, and it is a card about love and all. It's ruled by Venus, so it's love and attraction, that type of thing. But the Seven of Swords is running off from that Empress, right? So for some of you guys, I do feel there is a need to avoid indulging in things that on the outside look really good, or avoid indulging in the stuff that makes you feel good with the sun energy here, Aries, and engage in kind of going within and finding what you feel good about inside rather than just on the outside. The other way I think that we could look at this, and what the universe might be trying to tell you this week, Aries, is it may be that you want to avoid somebody like this, an Empress, like avoid kind of being, if you get an Empress in a tower, it can mean that somebody's absolutely floored by your beauty. So the tower could be like somebody's really rocked. They're like, whoa, that person is so beautiful. That's what those combinations can mean. So the Seven of Swords, it wouldn't be irrational to say that perhaps the Seven of Swords is saying there is a need this week to avoid things of beauty. Things that on the outside look very good with that sun energy, and probably engage with people. Like with the Queen of Cups, this is somebody that actually loves you. This is somebody that actually really cares about you. And some of you guys, there may be a temptation to engage with that, with the Empress energy, to be tempted by somebody's beauty, for example, to be tempted by how they look, because it makes you with the sun energy feel really good. So avoid so this week it could also be there is a need to avoid things of beauty, okay, because it's all superficial. The sun is a superficial card. It's all on the outside. It's all very superficial. It all looks very nice. because there's a need to really engage with somebody who really does love you, rather than somebody, you know, for their looks or whatever it is that you think that they represent. So in this area here as well, although pretty much all of the cards, pretty much except for the Seven of Swords in a way, feel really good. You can, within the tarot, you can often see when the tarot is trying to tell you something about a card. Like the Sun is a beautiful card, and it pretty much is a positive card, but it's not always positive. Sometimes this can be the card of illusion. Look at the baby on the card. Well, hey, he looks really happy, everything looks shiny, but even in that, like a Ten of Cups can be illusion and rubbish and just something that is pretty superficial. So I think there is a need to kind of avoid, whether it's indulgence or a person, the superficial, and just to engage in something that's more real, whether this is a person or something that's going on inside of you. Let's have a look at the work reading, career. The Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords in work is often about learning something new. He's a student, so he's engaging in learning something new. So maybe this week it's about learning. You've got the Lover's energy showing here, okay? So it may be there is a need to, it could be communicate with a lover in work, for example, because the Lovers could be a lover within work. Lovers is also choices though, so choice. Some of you guys, it may be that there is, but you know, there is a choice that you need to make. Maybe there's something around study, or maybe there's a need to talk to someone here, the Page of Swords energy showing here. But this would be a friend or somebody that you love, maybe in work, with the Lover's energy. It's communication, and actually the Lovers is communication as well. It's ruled by Mercury, and this is a communicative card. So looking at both communication cards, it may be about talking to someone that you really care about within the workplace. You do have a dog on the card as well, which represents friendship. So it may be that this is a week to talk to somebody, a friend within work, somebody that you really care about, someone you really get on with. The King of Wands. So the Lovers and the King of Wands, this is somebody that you're with. But actually, Aries, this is you, the King of Wands. I think that you need to have the confidence here as that King of Wands, because I think this is you. And the King of Wands is asserting himself. So I think if there's a need to assert yourself and be open and honest, because the Page of Swords is about just being honest, communicating honestly. I think there's a need to talk this week, Aries, and be open and honest with a lover in work, whether this is someone you're seeing within work or whether this is a friend or whoever it is. I think there's a need to be open and honest and just be confident in that. Assert as well with the King of Wands your ideas with that Page of Swords to somebody that you care about. It doesn't look like there's a raw beef here because they show up as a lover. Yeah, about the stress that you've been going through. I think some of you guys may have been going through a really stressful time in work. And I think that this week is a time to confide in somebody that you really care about. So I'm going to use the King of Wands, which is you, and the Page of Swords, which is the communication card, and the Lovers, because they're so close and it's a friend. So it's telling us it's a friend as well. I think there's a need to confide in a close friend at work about the pressure that you've been under with the Ten of Wands, the pressures that you're feeling in work. I feel with if you do that with the Ten of Wands energy, I think that with the Four of Wands energy that we could actually see a resolution here with this Four of Wands. Okay, because I'm not going to carry on the train of keywording, you know. I do feel that with you being the King of Wands, this being communication, so, and this being the Lovers, there's a need to, and it doesn't have to be a lover, it's probably a very close friend. It's really important, I think, for some of you Aries, if you get this, to confide in a really close friend about the pressures that you've been feeling in work. Okay, because I actually feel that this could resolve the situation with the Four of Wands energy showing there. Finally, let's have a look at what the love reading is saying. All right, unfortunately, the Five of Wands is about a clash, or it's about worries, or this could even be competition for love. Okay, so the five, we've got two fives here, so we've got a little bit of sadness here before a change takes place. Okay, I do feel that there may be some, you may be upset about some competition. The Five of Wands is competition. Okay, yeah, this isn't in your deacon, is it? Aries is first, and then we've got Leo, and then yeah, this isn't you though as a person. Five of Wands, so we've seen some anxieties, and there's some sadness here as well with the Five of Cups energy showing here. Eight of Coins, you've been putting a lot of hard work into a relationship with the Eight of Coins energy showing here. The Page of Coins energy, but I think that some of you guys with this Page of Coins energy are taking a step back to review the relationship. The Page of Coins is about taking responsibility and reviewing the matter. So I think that some of you guys are feeling probably quite sad with both these cards. Five of Wands often means worries or anxieties or fears, and there's a lot of sadness here. So I'm getting some anxiety and sadness here about the amount of work and effort you've been putting into a relationship. I do see some of you guys with that Page of Coins. I don't think it's that putting work into that. I mean, some of you guys might be putting work into a younger earth sign individual, you know, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But by the same token, this may be you guys at the same time taking a step back to review the matter, because he's got matter in his hand and he's reviewing it. So some of you guys may be taking a step back just to review the matter here with that Page of Pentacles energy showing here. The Queen of, now that's you there, isn't it? The Queen of Wands. That's an interesting one. We've got two court cards on the end. Review the matter. Okay, so the Queen of Wands is you. Aries is definitely a Queen of Wands card. Queen of Wands sign. So there we are, the Five of Wands. There is anxiety and worry. Five of Cups shows you being sad about the amount of work that you're putting into. You know what I'm getting here? It's the amount of work that you'll put. This isn't you reviewing the matter. This is the person, I think. You're feeling sad about the amount of work that you're putting into that page. Whoever that is for you. Now, this may be a younger lover, or this may be somebody who hasn't grown up in a relationship. But you know what I'm getting when you're looking at me like that, Aries? I'm getting with the Queen of Wands that you're saying, actually, I'm better than this. I think that you're saying that you're better than this. Okay? And I think that there is sadness here and frustration, because I'm going to use the Five of Wands as being anger as well. Because when you get a Five of Wands, it is, anyway, a fire sign, so you guys are probably feeling a great deal of rage. I think that there's two things that you're feeling. You're feeling fire and water energy. So some of you Aries feeling a lot of rage with that Five of Wands and really upset at the same time. So you seem to run the gamut between feeling really angry and really upset with that Five of Cups energy about the amount of work that you're actually putting into this individual here, this page. But this page is either younger than you, or they simply don't understand the value, because the page is just learning about the value of this, but he doesn't really understand it, which is why when you get a Page of Coins in a reading, if it's a money reading, then the money reading means that there is a need to be responsible with your cash, because the page is young, he's just learning the value. So some of you guys enraged, upset by the amount of work that you're putting into this either younger person, or they're not mature enough yet to know mentally what the value of a proper mature relationship is. And I think by the end of the week, some of you guys with the Queen of Wands energy are going to take some action, actually, because that's an action card. Your card as the Queen of Wands is an action taker. I think by the end of the week, some of you guys are going to be like, right, I'm going to have to do something about this, because she's not going to sit back. The Queen of Wands, if the Queen of Wands, think about it this way, Wands are happy people. Queen of Wands is a happy, optimistic individual. She doesn't like feeling like this, because to feel the Five of Wands and the Five of Cups is to feel helpless. And there is no way that either a King of Wands or a Queen of Wands likes to feel helpless. No way, Jose. So this is you guys, because she represents your sign. Queen of Wands would rule an Aries individual. This is you saying, you know what? I'm really frustrated with that Five of Wands and unhappy with the Five of Cups, that I'm putting all of this work in to somebody who's not quite aware of what my value is. This could be the value that they hold in their hands. This is the value that they hold, but this might be your value, what my value is, what the value is that they've got with me, the value that they hold in their hands in terms of this relationship. And you know what? I'm going to have to do something about this. Now, it's not to say that you'll leave the relationship, but you might just tell them. You might just say, look, this is the situation, I don't like it the way it is, and, you know, something has to change. So I think by the end of the week, we'll see you guys taking some action on this, especially if you're really pissed off with the way that somebody's behaving. Okay, we've finished the reading. We're going to quickly go through it, recap, and then we're going to get the spiritual cards out, Aries. Okay, so the general message this week is some of you guys need to avoid indulging in the good stuff, okay, and engage in kind of finding deeper meaning in the things that you do, because the Queen of Cups as well is finding the deeper meaning in what she does. She's not about the Empress life. She's nurturing like an Empress, but when it comes to indulging in clothes and you know, material stuff, she's really not about that life at all. And remember, the Empress is also ruled by Taurus. I think the Empress is ruled by you as well. I'm not sure. I think the Empress is Aries and Taurus energy. Okay, she likes nice things. Taurus is all about luxury. She loves nice things, does the Empress. But it's, for some of you guys, there's a need to avoid indulging in that. in the good stuff, okay? Because I just feel that you need to engage in something a bit deeper with that Queen. The other way to look at this is the message is avoid kind of getting carried away with something that looks really, really good, okay? Because it may simply be on a superficial level with that Sun energy. Also avoid kind of, you know, the temptations of something that looks really good, because you've already got a really positive relationship with the Sun and the Two of Cups with this Queen here, male or female. And they're far more, you know, priceless than this person will ever be. On the surface, this looks really good, but all you really know is the surface and not really what's going on underneath everything. In terms of work, I feel that it's time to kind of pick the confidence up here with that King, being that this can rule you as well, and confide with the Page of Swords to a close colleague or a friend in the workplace about how much pressure you've been feeling. I actually feel that this may resolve the situation a little bit. Finally, some of you guys are feeling really anxious and upset about the amount of work that you're putting into somebody who's either younger, somebody who doesn't know the value of you and the relationship, or somebody who's yet to grow up. I feel that by the end of the week, some of you guys are going to be taking action, or if you're not, then the Queen of Wands would probably advise you to start taking action on the situation to sort it out. Let's have a look then spiritually. What is the spiritual advice we've got? What do you need to focus on this week, Aries? So grounding, this is what you need to say. You need to say, I center and ground myself despite emotional upset around me. So I center and ground myself despite emotional upset around me. And this may be in this area here of the work area and the love area here as well. Okay. Let's have a look at what the angelic message is for the week. Tells you, wow, incredible, same sort of thing. So already we've seen that you need to ground yourself, focus on grounding yourself, and say the words, I center and ground myself despite emotional upset around me. And now the angels are telling you to remain positive this week. So there's the need to remain positive, Aries. Finally, what additional messages do we have around your career, around your general and your love, and also finances? So prosperity is the general additional messages around this. Let's have a look at the book and what this is saying to you guys. So let's have a look. We go to page number 31. Let's have a look. So prosperity, contracts, property purchases, finalization of commercial deals, and wheeling and dealing this week, Aries. So in the general, there's lots of opportunities surrounding you to really earn some good money if you're smart and don't act too impulsively. Your newfound optimism will attract many admirers your way, and contracts are also likely as wheeling and dealing goes in your favour. If you're concerned about a legal matter, this card indicates a good outcome for you. A major purchase such as property, a car, or luxurious trip is indicated. Expect to spend a lot of money, but make sure you put some away for those bills that are about to surface. A security issues around money is paramount. Take this time to make purchases or solve problems which help lay foundations for future prosperity. Career and finances. So possible change of job or a new position with lots of added responsibilities leads to success. So be prepared to take action. No fence sitting allowed. Money gains likely through inheritances, a major win of some kind, and your own efforts. You will be sharing your money with someone in need or involved in charitable organisations. Finally, for relationships, so that's the money side of everything. I think that a lot of this is talking about money that you could be earning, that type of thing. For me here, when I said avoid, indulging, I do still feel that you should avoid indulging in the good stuff, things that make you feel good. I do also feel that it's a time for some of you guys who you really need to engage on a deeper level, okay, with yourself. Okay, because some of you guys might be wanting to spend this, and this, and it's fine. For some of you guys, you will have a win-in. Some of you guys are going to have more money coming in. Does it mean that because you've got more money that it gives you license to indulge in whatever? So it's completely down to the individual, but I also feel by the same token, it's a good idea to kind of just try and, monitor what you're doing in that area there as well. Relationships. Someone wealthy will come into your life, apparently, according to this book. Aries, if single, this could be an exciting new romance. A successful time around your family is welcome, so ensure you praise younger family members for jobs well done. Something you start now will be long lasting. Wow, so there you go. Those are the additional messages for the week. So there's lots of stuff to think on. see what happens, see what kind of comes out and what kind of manifests through both readings, through the prosperity reading and also through the reading that I've just given to you. Have a great week, Aries. If you would like your own personal reading, click on the link in the comment section or the end screen, or yeah, that's it. And also, yeah, there was one more thing I need to say. Make sure that you like, subscribe, share the video and comment down below. Love you guys loads. Have a great week and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.